Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's session, we are going to discuss something about mixing of concrete or methods of mixing concrete. So the very first method used for the mixing of concrete is hand mixing, and second one will be machine mixing. So this is one of the important topic for the engineering students or for the students who are currently pursuing diploma. Okay, so in curriculum or your academic exams also, this topic will be helpful for you to attempt the papers. Okay. So now we will briefly discuss these two topics, that is hand mixing and machine mixing. First is hand mixing. So hand mixing of concrete, it is practiced for the small scale and unimportant concrete works. Whenever there will be a work which is quite less important and which is a small scale work, that time you can refer this kind of method. And this method, as materials mixing is not sufficient. Okay, in this method, as material mixing is not sufficient compared to machine mix, it is desirable to add 10% more cement to cater the inferior concrete produced by this method. Okay, so 10% more cement you will have to use. So hand mixing is quite not flexible method, but whenever there is a small work, unnecessarily you cannot increase the cost of your work by using the machine. That time you have to refer the hand mixing, which is very simple, which will be quite less economical, because only one labor can do this process if it is a small scale work. So that's why that time you just have to refer this hand mixing. Okay, whenever you are adopting hand mixing, that time what precaution you should follow, those precautions are listed over here. So the very first is, it should be done over an impervious concrete or brick floor of sufficiently large size to take one bag of cement. So where there is an area which is not absorbing anything on that particular floor, that floor should be that much big enough so that you can pour one bag of cement easily over there, and you can mix it properly, whatever the amount of concrete you want to produce. The second important part is, first spread out the coarse aggregate and fine aggregate in alternate layers in insufficient or major quantity. Drop cement on this and mix them dry by shovel, turning by mixture over and over again until the uniformity of color is achieved. Firstly, you have to mix the concrete in a dry manner, and then with the help of water, or you can mix it in a wet manner. So to properly mix it, you can use suitable tools, whatever you feel comfortable. Water is added after the materials are well mixed. After adding water, the mixing operation is continued until such a time a good uniform homogeneous mix is obtained. Do not add extra water in concretes, and try to use maximum water that is added to mix after the concrete is well mixed, ready to use. Okay. Now the second method of mixing concrete is machine mixing. Okay, so for large construction or for large size construction, the concrete mixing is done by machine only. And for large work, it is not just an efficient method, but also an economical when the quantity of concrete to be produced is very large. So machine mixing is feasible wherever there is a large amount of concrete is to be produced. So concrete mixer types, basically whatever the mixers we are using to mix the concrete, they are of two types. Okay, the main basic two types are there, that is batch mixers and continuous mixers. Batch mixers can be categorized as two types, that is drum and pan mixer. So drum is nothing but there are again three types: tilting, non-tilting, and reversing. Okay, so one by one we are going to go through this in a detailed manner. Okay. Okay, so the first type is batch mixer. So the first point is batch mixers may have two types of pan or drum. Batch or the drum type of mixer may further be classified as tilting, non-tilting, and reversing. There is not any analysis, or you can say, of the mixing efficiency of various types of mixers, and no one has analyzed it, but some evidence suggests that this pan mixer with revolving blades are more efficient. Okay, so some proven results are there, which shows that the pan mixers with revolving star of blades are more efficient. Some experience also suggests these things. So this type of mixer is mainly suitable for steep and lean mixes, okay, which present difficulties. Okay, so whenever there will be some difficulties, mainly due to sticking of mortar in the drum, that time also this type of drums are feasible. The efficiency of mixer is mainly affected by the shape of drum, by the angle, and the size of blades. By at angle, it is been held, so it is also an important part. Size of blades are also important because they are going to rotate, and then the shape of drum. Okay, so it is found that the tilting drum to some extent is more efficient than the non-tilting drum. Again, if you will compare it, so it is better to use the tilting drum. Generally, it is recommended that to make the batch of concrete having 50 kg of cement. If you are going to purchase mixer, you should ask for such a capacity that it should be able to mix one bag of cement at a time. Okay. Now the last but not the least, that is continuous mixer. This type of mixer's primary function is mainly to mix, load, and to discharge the mix continuously until the entire work is done. Whenever there is such a requirement that it will take some time to load the concrete at that particular site, there should be such a kind of mixer which is going to continuously rotate or continuously mixing that particular concrete, so that entire work is done. Until the entire work is completed, you should be continuously rotating it. So that kind of mixer is used whenever there is such a requirement until the work break occurs. Okay, so this is the continuous type of mixer. The name itself indicates as it is a continuous mixer. In this machine, materials loading is done continuously by the screw feeders. Okay, continuous mixers are mainly, this is wrong, this should be mixers. Okay, mixers, not so used for large projects, or you can say whatever the concrete mixer you have created in continuous mixer, that should be used for the large projects such as bridges, dams, construction of high-rise buildings. Okay, a continuous mixer is often the best choice for high volume projects where the speed and efficiency is priority. Whenever there will be a speed is priority and efficiency is also one of the important criteria, that time you should be using this continuous type of mixer. Okay, so here we have listed and elaborated some type of mixer or some methods of mixing of concrete. So I hope this session was helpful for you guys to understand the process. Okay, so in coming session, we will again discuss many more important topics. Okay, so thank you guys. If you like my video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.